Hey, welcome aboard. Hope everybody's doing real good. This is Tuesday, September 6th, and I'm gonna do a couple videos today because I'm feeling actually pretty good. I was supposed to take somebody down for their blood work, but it's so foggy, and I don't know. Me driving is generally not a good idea, but under emergencies, but the fog is really bad anyways. I want to thank everybody for helping me meet my goal. My current goal is 25 subscribers, and we'll go from there. And then the subject we're going to be talking about today is going to be the the talk about a certain unwritten rule. Looks like it's written. I don't know. Some people they're referring to it as an unwritten rule, so I think it's a policy guideline of the DOJ, but it's not a law. So let's go ahead and cue that up. Okay, and the person that I saw share this, I consider them a Twitter friend. I like the fact that we're following each other. I enjoy pretty much everything she posts. Don't always agree with it, but I do think it's thought provoking. It's good for the discussion, and which is why I'm not sharing her because I'm not trying to out her. Because even though I'm trying to talk about it in a positive way, there's others that may not. I do not want to lead them to her. But this is what she's been posting: 9-85.500 actions that may have an impact on the election. Federal prosecutors and agents may never select the timing of any action, including investigative steps, criminal charge, or statements, for the purpose of affecting any election or the purpose of giving an advantage or disadvantage to any candidate or political party. Such a purpose is inconsistent with the department's mission, yada, yada, yada. This is the thing I just noticed now when I'm doing it for this video. That was added on August 2022. Didn't say altered, didn't say updated. It is saying that that was added last month. So I think we can fucking ignore it. If that is something that they have not had on the books until like a month ago, then they can go fuck off. Um, but the thing that I want to bring up on this, because they, especially looking at this, because this was the thing, they brought this up in response to Comey's actions in 2016. Uh, I think a new look needs to come to Comey because, first of all, and this is what I responded to her. I go, hey, some things we need to consider about Comey is when he took those actions against Hillary. And I'm going from memory, but I think I'm right on this. I do have some days I have memory issues because of what's wrong with me, and I might not remember this stuff. So you should always take anything I tell you with a grain of salt. You should not take it as a stone tablet come down from on high. You should treat it as a suggestion that maybe you should learn a little bit more about it. I could be wrong. Most of the time I'm not, but my memory and everything is just not as good with my health. So, you know, treat mine as like a call to look into something, not as a definitive hard and fast rule. And but like back when Comey did this, he had no problem, and he was warned. He was warned not to do it by the attorney general, and the only reason they didn't take action on him is because of the politics. But he was warned not to do it. He was director of the FBI. He was no longer the deputy attorney general like he was under George Bush. What he did was what the deputy attorney general can do, not what the FBI director is supposed to do. If you're the FBI director, you should act a lot like the Christopher Wray, the guy that's in there, where you do not go out there. Like, he has not come out, and I'm sure he'd love to, but he has not come out and basically gone off on Trump and the Republicans that are saying this guy's a Republican. And you could see his face when he was asked about it in Congress. There were things that he just didn't want to talk about, but when he finally did, it was not flattering to the Republicans. And that's what Comey should have done. Unless they were willing to charge Hillary Clinton for a crime, he shouldn't have said anything. But he did. He came out a couple months before the election and leaked it out, and that tanked her numbers. Her numbers were climbing. She was pulling ahead of Trump, and then boom, he took that action, and it dropped her lead down, dropped her momentum down. And then a couple weeks, something like 10 days or so before the election, when she again was climbing past Trump, he came out and made an announcement. I think what he did was, I think he let some Republicans know and they leaked it. But again, he shouldn't have leaked it even to the Republicans. And it's why now we should really be taking a look at what Republicans in office actually get because they constantly want to leak this stuff. I think they are a national security threat when we are dealing with high, high client or high reputation prosecutions, as well as stuff with foreign leaders. So many of them have been seeming to be on the payroll. You look at Ron Johnson, senator from my state. He went over and met with Putin, and the next thing you know, him and Putin sounded like they were reading off the same script. And when one of his donors wanted to ship jobs to China, he basically came out and said, "Well, we got plenty of jobs in the United States. Why not send some to?" I mean, is this really the people you want in there getting classified information? But to get back to the subject, he did not leak Donald Trump's investigation into his connection with Russia. He kept that quiet. And to me, that should have been more of an issue than this imaginary bullshit that was going on about her email and all the other bullshit. Because, I mean, okay, granted, it was serious. They should have taken it serious, but there was nothing there. In the end, there was just nothing there. And it was like those Benghazi hearings. Again, the Republicans. They had something like 15, 16, 17, 18 hearings on Benghazi. And I'm sorry, if you are too stupid to realize that a civil war in the Middle East is a dangerous place for Americans, you're probably too fucking stupid to be in the military, running the military, or in government. I'm being completely honest. If you're that fucking stupid, you probably shouldn't have one of those jobs. You should maybe have a job where you are like, name tag on, working at a gas station. And that's what we had to do. So here, let's get the checklist here. He outed Hillary's thing repeatedly in a way that affected her election. He did not do the same thing to Trump, where where he could have maybe leaked the investigation into all the Russian connections that were going on, ones that actually turned out to be true. Michael Flynn was actually found guilty of lying about some of that to cover it up, his connections to Russia and Turkey and others. Because he was doing it before he got into office, and he lied about it. He pled guilty to lying about it, and he was eventually pardoned. So yes, he's a criminal for that. And why the Joint Chiefs have not called him back and court-martialed him for some of his actions, I don't understand. And then now recently, Comey has said that maybe we shouldn't prosecute Trump. So we need to take another look. But yeah, this whole thing here, I think, is bullshit. And let's move on. And if you got any questions, leave them down there in the comments. If you want to help the channel out, you could hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and tell your friends about it. It all helps out. And I want to thank everybody for helping these videos. I've been getting some views on them. I'm trying to make better videos, and I hope everybody has a great day.